Peace and love, Royal Family. We're going to discuss the magnetic field real quick. You know, the magnetic field, that's a very thin layer that surrounds your body. I'm going to leave these up here because I know it's going to get reflective on with my chain or whatever soon. But it's a real thin layer around your body, and in that thin layer, it's protection. It protects you from diseases, viruses, everything that's in the air. The reason why this is important is because in the air, everything has a form to it. Everything is energy, and energy can only exist. It cannot be destroyed. So everything that was here in creation always was, will always be. And it just remanifests itself in different forms depending on what chemistry or biology it composes itself off as it decomposes from something else. Not saying in human bodies and in human forms, but in you got diseases. You know, diseases in the magnetic field, it assumes an image like of a person. Everything is alive and has a image that goes to it. And so in curing diseases or healing somebody, you can't just think you're going to take the disease out of them and cure them. It's a transfer up. I don't care if it's in the hospital or whatever. That's why hospitals really just treat people. They don't really heal them because you can't. By the law of how nature works, there's no way that's possible. So what winds up happening, you know, the smart, or I'm giving you the wisdom now, what our ancient ancestors did was displace the energy. So say you're going to heal somebody through, you know, our way of healing, shamanism or whatever, or even through the medical. You have to have something else to put that energy into. Usually our ancestors used to use candles. So they're going to do healing or whatever to somebody. They would get in contact with the person on the phone, whatever long distance, through a picture or just emotional connection, and then they feel their pain. Once they feel their pain and is one with them, they heal themselves from the pain, and in healing themselves, they heal that person. But in healing, when they take the pain, if they don't have something, a plant, a rock, a candle, even a pet or animal, that is going to go right directly into them. I'm being attacked over here. It's going to go directly into them. Hold on, see. A little wrong. But anyways, what wind up happening, once that goes directly into you now, you inherit that person's sickness, disease, or karma, and now it becomes yours. So, and when we psychics or people that have extra abilities get these on us, it's more detrimental to us because it comes as an attack, a demonic attack or angelic attack, whatever. It could be nothing to do with, you know, heavenly or divine beings. These is your emotional baggages, your stresses. Say you've been raped by your uncle or your aunt or, you know, some stranger, and you now don't accept the fact that it was a lesson for you to learn. And now you want to have hate for that person, and you feel sorry for yourself, and it's turned to some type of post-traumatic stress disorder. Now that become a dark emotional demon inside you create, and it's buried deep down inside of you. And what wind up happening is you don't want to deal with yourself. So you will find and seek relationships or friendships that is always keeping you occupied and not having you to really be alone to come to terms with what's really troubling you. And so you come up with these pseudo characteristics and personalities and pull people into your life to share your emotional planes and baggages, and not realizing that you yourself is not fully capable of governing a good relationship, because you have emotional baggages and stuff you have to straighten out. Relationships like that usually turn into monarchism or tyranny, because the person that's in the relationship with you is being over-dominated by your emotional baggages, whether it be, you know, don't want to be alone or you don't want to come to terms with certain things. All of these play a very vital part in how you go about carrying yourself to other people. So they take form in the magnetic field and they become real. and they actually form images, everything. So let me give you an example of what I see. When we look at trees and diseases, what is a disease to our body is vitamins and nutrients to a tree, and they go to the tree and they heal them. Just like, when we die, you think that it's a bad death for us, but we actually provide the nutrients for the tree. All of our elements go back to where it come from, and a lot of it is vitamins and nutrients that sustain life. So with the decomposition of life, it brings forth life. It's a two-part fold process, and these is all images. Every cell in your body is a living entity that once it comes active, it assumes a physical form in the magnetic field. And the magnetic field is where you're at when you're dreaming. When you go to the dream world, you're not actually in a world where you're sleeping and you see a big screen come up and something start projecting. It don't work nothing like that. Once you close your eyes and go to sleep, your body goes to rest and the spirit and the soul come to life. So what happened when the spirit and the soul come to life, they wind up now interacting in what's called the magnetic field. The magnetic field now is a whole nother world, like how the world you live in. That's the spiritual world. And then in there, everything assumes form. There's nothing that don't have form. And they all interact with each other, but everybody is safe and one. But in the real world, you have microbes, bacteria, whatever. They form on us and cause diseases, not because they're here to harm us. That's us rejecting it, or we don't have the the disease on us. Like how you get the flu, they give you the flu so to protect you from the flu. So we don't have it on us. When it comes on us, it becomes a disease or whatever. So to get rid of it, it has to be transferred to animal, trees, because those is nutrients to them, like vitamin C and vitamin D is to us. So I just want you to understand how everything works. It's not as simple as how we think it is, and everything is alive and play a position. And as you can see, the ancestors is dancing all over me. This is me? I don't even know which one is me anymore, but the reflections is real. You see, this is what they do to you as you upgrade. And you wouldn't know these simple things until you're under circumstances like this. Then you say, oh, I see what was this for when they did this, and I see what was that for. So everything plays a role in the field, and what's giving y'all this glow is the magnetic field of me that is active. It's not really reflecting off my skin, but it's reflecting off the magnetic field in which these spirits or higher beings go underneath my magnetic field and do their work from and their magic. So you get to understand it, and it's just by coincidence this is going on like this tonight. So let me do a quick 2-minute meditation and we end this. Let me see what this could do. One love, y'all, so before I start my meditation, because I don't talk or anything. Alright, that's me playing with the nose part. As you can see, it changes now. It interact back with me. If you look to my right, it's projecting the whole image like a video going on right there as I interact. But this is what I said, it's not for us to just look at with an awe. Somewhere we have to interact with them. And you see interact and open up another portal and things happen. Let me do it again, look. All right, y'all. One love. I'm done. University of Conscious Science.